In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a driver's side front wheel hub on your Dodge Ram located behind your wheel. Using our 7/8 socket, we're going to go ahead and loosen and remove our lug nuts. Now that we have the lug nuts removed, let's go ahead and loosen, remove the wheel, and set that aside. Using a 35mm socket, let's go ahead and loosen and remove our axle nut. I want to go ahead and disconnect our ABS wire here. Right on the back side of the fender liner is a plastic button. Most of the time you can grab that and pull it off, but if not, you can use a trim tool like this. Simply slide it up and pop that off. That's going to be your ABS wire connector. I want to push up on this lock tab right here. Push that up like that. Then you got to press down on the lock tab. Separate that. Go ahead and use your trim tool and pop this retainer out right here. Go ahead and pop this out of our clips. And there's one right on the back right here. Just pop that out of that metal retainer bracket. And just let that dangle for now. Using a 21mm socket, I want to go ahead and loosen this nut here for our upper ball joint. Now we're not going to remove the nut completely. I want to make sure that that stays on the threads here, so that way there, when we pop our upper control arm, these just don't separate and pop apart. Want to keep these retained together for safety purposes right now. Now we have a jack underneath our knuckle brake area here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it up, not touching it, but probably about maybe an inch away from the bottom. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to strike the top of the knuckle here. Now that we have this nut loose, once this pops, these two should separate. Then we can finish removing this nut, separating these two components. This is spinning with the ball joint. We're going to put a wrench on the bottom here with a wrench on the top. Finish loosening that completely. And we're using a 10mm on the bottom here, and then your 21 on the nut. Go ahead and remove that nut, set it aside. Now at this point here, I want to go ahead and separate these two. You want to be careful. When this separates, this is going to come out. The whole knuckle will start to tilt away. We don't want to have abnormal pressure pulling on this rubber hose here. This is where our securing rubber straps are going to come in. We want to go ahead and just kind of anchor this off to the frame so it doesn't put a lot of pressure on this line. I'm going to use a 21mm socket. We're going to go ahead and remove our outer tie rod and nut. Normally what you want to do is strike the knuckle here to go ahead and pop that upper tie rod in. Once that's loose, go ahead and pull that out and just set that aside. I'm going to use a pry bar, just pop one in, set it on the frame, upper control arm, lift up gently, and let that knuckle swing off to the side a little bit. Let's see if we can push this axle through. Let's go ahead and secure this knuckle. And tie it off anywhere you want. That's going to be pretty stable. I'm going to run a securing strap around one of the studs here. You use a block of wood on the back side of the CV axle here, and go ahead and give that a few bonks. Go ahead and work that off the stub shaft. Now I'm going to push the axle through the center of the hub and pull that axle through. Go ahead and work that out. Using a 21mm socket, let's go ahead and remove the 2 caliper bracket bolts, one here, one up on the top. Now removing this, you want to be careful. The whole caliper and the bracket with the pads will be now loose. You want to have some sort of securing strap. Let's pull off this whole unit. We want to go ahead and secure this up to the frame area. So we hung our caliper and bracket off of the frame using a securing strap. There's not a lot of tension on this rubber hose, so we're good, safe, and secure there. Okay, you can grab that brake rotor, slide that off, and set it aside. Let's go ahead and pop our upper control arm up temporarily. Just going to get that nut started, just a few threads. This is going to allow us to go ahead and manipulate this either way we need to. On the back side, I want to go ahead and get access to the bolts holding our wheel hub in place. You want to go ahead and pull that ABS wire out of the way here. We're going to use our 18mm socket to go ahead and loosen these 3 wheel hub bolts. Now we're not going to remove these bolts all the way. We want to keep them somewhat installed. Now we're going to go ahead and start working on removing the hub from the knuckle. Once that hub pops off of the knuckle, these bolts will act as retainers so that the hub doesn't shoot out, land on your foot, or even worse. We're going to go ahead and tap and work our way around the hub, separating it from the knuckle. With that hub loose, going to reach around the back side. I'm going to go ahead and finish removing those 3 bolts. Go ahead and remove that last hub bolt, pushing in on that hub, holding it in place. Now you go ahead and work this off. Remember the position of your backing plate here, so your ABS wire can run through it upon installation. You want to go ahead and clean up the knuckle now. Wipe out the inside. You want to check for corrosion stuff on the inside here. If you do have some corrosion, you can use some light sandpaper to go ahead and clean that up. Make sure that the mating surface for your wheel hub is clean and smooth. Now you want to take your wheel hub, grab that ABS wire, feed that through the backing plate. Line that up accordingly. feed the wheel hub up into place. And then put a bolt in through the back. We'll start that into the hub. Once you get that top one lined up and threaded in a few threads, it'll make it easier. You can go ahead and let go and install the other two. Once you have all three caught, go ahead and zip them down with your ratchet. All right, once we have all three of those in there, go ahead and snug them down. Torque down the hub bolts to 149 foot-pounds. Do this for all three. Go ahead and run your ABS wire up through the back here. Line the brake rotor. Now I'm going to go ahead and use an extra nut just as a shim here. Go ahead and thread on one of the wheel nuts. And what this is going to do is hold the brake rotor in place while we install the caliper and bracket. Remove your bracket from the supporting strap there. Line your brake pads up and over. Go ahead and install the two bolts through the caliper bracket and onto the knuckle. Now you want to go ahead and get both of these bolts started by hand first. Once they're both in, you can come back and snug those down. Once these bolts are snug, you can go ahead and remove the nut from the front of the rotor here. You're going to take your axle, we're going to feed it in the backside here. And once we have the axle into this area, we're going to drop it down and we're going to feed the splined section into the back here. Feed it into the hub and then push the axle up. Now at this point here, we're going to go ahead and release our securing strap. And we're going to want to go ahead and manipulate our knuckle and our axle out and work it back onto the stub shaft as we push the knuckle up and in. Once it starts to go in, what we're going to do next, we're going to use our pry bar on the upper control arm. Raise that up. Let's go ahead and get that nut started. Next, what we're going to do is use your pry bar, and you're going to put it right on this little notch right here. We're going to go ahead and tap this in. You're going to be able to see, and feel that that axle is pushed on all the way. And we have our axle coming through the front side of the hub here. Let's go ahead and install the axle nut. Go ahead and get the axle nut threaded on. Let's go ahead and zip that down. And use our 22mm wrench and go ahead and tighten down the upper ball joint nut here. And that's good and snug. Go ahead and line up your tie rod end. Go ahead and get that nut started. Let's snug that down. Let's go ahead and straighten out our wheel. Want to go ahead and install our ABS wire. On the back side, we have the little retaining tab on the back of the knuckle. Push that into place. Press it in until it clicks in, and then press your red lock tab down. Press that lock tab down. I'm going to feed this up and push this little button into the fender liner, and then press your little retaining button here into this tab. We're going to go ahead and torque down the upper ball joint nut here to 40 foot-pounds. Now, if you have the 1500 model series, you want to go ahead and do this an additional 90 degrees. This is specific for the 1500 model. 90 degrees will be basically a quarter turn. Torque down your tie rod and nut to 45 foot-pounds. I'm going to use a 21 millimeter socket. Torque down your caliper bracket bolts to 130 foot-pounds. Install 2 lug nuts. Thread those down as far as they'll go. Rotate that wheel. I'm going to spin this around. Go ahead and put your pry bar between here. And this is going to create a lock for that rotor so it doesn't rotate on you. Once you have that locked, go ahead and torque down the axle nut to 185 foot-pounds. Go ahead and remove the lug nuts. Go ahead and set your wheel back on. Let's go ahead and get all of our lug nuts started by hand. Once we have all these on, we're going to go ahead and snug them down. After finishing this installation, it's important to have an alignment done on your vehicle. Let's go ahead and torque down our lug nuts to 135 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.